pleasure to be here today. Thank you for coming, the ones that also connected remotely. I'm Manuel Marina, co-founder of Idoven, and my background is I'm a cardiologist. As many of you may know, some of you may know, Iker Casillas, the football player, he suffered a heart attack when he was 38 years old, and he wanted to share his experience.
Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? Soy Iker Casillas, exfutbolista y embajador de las Naciones Unidas para el Desarrollo. Tuve la suerte de jugar 16 años en el primer equipo del Real Madrid y también en el Porto, y de ser campeón con la selección española en 2 Eurocopas y en el Mundial de Sudáfrica 2010. El 1 de mayo de 2019, en un entrenamiento en Oporto, me enfrenté a uno de los mayores desafíos de mi vida: sufrí un infarto. De repente me recordó que todos somos humanos y que nadie está libre de riesgo. Cada año, millones de personas en todo el mundo son afectadas por enfermedades cardíacas. En muchos casos, es demasiado tarde cuando lo descubren. Pero no tiene que ser así. Gracias a la tecnología podemos detectar estos problemas con antelación, antes de que se conviertan en problemas serios. En lugar de simplemente reaccionar a las enfermedades cuando ya están presentes, ahora tenemos la capacidad de prevenir. Hace unos años tuve la suerte de conocer al doctor Marina, un brillante cardiólogo y CEO de una startup de inteligencia artificial. Utilizan la tecnología para transformar la manera en que se diagnostican y se previenen las enfermedades cardiovasculares y en cualquier parte del mundo. Por eso estoy aquí, para apoyar la labor del doctor Marina y tantos otros en el campo de la inteligencia artificial, que están trabajando para garantizar que cada corazón tenga la oportunidad de seguir latiendo. Juntos podemos cambiar las reglas del juego, no solo en el fútbol, sino en la vida.
Thank you. I believe artificial intelligence can challenge the status quo, as many other technologies in the history of humanity. And I want to share our experience over those last 10 years in the healthcare space. Let's start with the problem. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death, and it's part of those diseases named as non-communicable diseases, also known as chronic diseases, that are killing 41 million people each year. We are talking about diabetes, we are talking about cancer, cardiovascular disease, we are talking about chronic respiratory diseases. But the problem with those diseases is that the distribution and the impact they have in the world is not equal. As far as death is related and premature death is related, 86% of those premature deaths are happening in low to middle income countries. Cardiovascular disease, as I said, is the leading cause of death worldwide. It entails a cost of an average 800 billion euros a year, and is growing up to 900 billion euros by 2030. So it's a massive problem that is affecting all the geographies, it's affecting every 30% of the human beings in the world. And the main problem is that every 2 seconds, someone suffers a cardiac arrest. I'm a cardiologist, and I have seen this pain firsthand every single day. And let me tell you something, the real problem is time. We doctors, we spend almost 1 million hours a day analyzing electrocardiograms. This is one of the use cases. Electrocardiogram is the heartbeat to diagnose those diseases, to prevent those deaths, and to prevent those events. Those patients being admitted at the hospital, those patients being admitted in an intensive care unit, those ambulances going to those homes, right? The problem is worldwide, there is a shortage of doctors. There is more or less one physician serving every 625 people. And as far as cardiologists are concerned, there is one cardiologist for every 32,000 people. And this problem is growing, this shortage is growing. So we need technology, we need to digitize those processes so we can reduce the time needed from all those doctors. That's why we decided to start research in 2014. We were two scientists in a research institution, which is the Spanish Cardiovascular Research Center. It's a very strong center as far as cardiology is concerned. And we were trying to do a PhD around how machine learning algorithms can reduce this workload, how automating and writing code can have an impact on the way we diagnose those diseases and the way we treat those patients, right? So 4 years later, we were just doing science, writing code. We'll quit our jobs at the hospital. But there was such a value. We were able to see the power of code that we decided to build a startup and put a solution into the world, right? So in 2018, we decided to build a startup, which is called Idoven. And we have created the first cardiology as a service platform powered by artificial intelligence. Since then, our algorithms, the name of our AI is called Willem, to honor the Nobel Prize that invented the electrocardiogram, which is Willem Einthoven. So Willem has learned, thanks to our engineers, thanks to cardiologists that are supporting us, from more than 70 million heartbeats from different geographies. And it has evolved from a machine learning algorithm in a desktop software to a cloud-based algorithm that is integrating with many hospitals in many places in the world. And this has happened thanks to that. We were able to create a project 4 years ago that was the Donate Your Heartbeats, and I think many of you can learn from our experience on that one, and I hope it can help you. So Donate Your Heartbeats was, we were inventing that patients were able to donate their heartbeats the same way you can donate your blood or the same way you can donate your kidneys, right? But the good thing about that, it was digital heartbeats, so you don't need a puncture of the vein or you don't need a surgery to do so. And the message is, once you share with citizens, once you share with patients that they can do that, and once you build a setup that allows you to do so, which is kind of a decentralized trial with all the consents, ethics committee approvals, integration, et cetera, GDPR compliance, ISO standards, then 99% of the patients were donating and were allowing us to use those data to train new models and to be more and more accurate. So we believe health data and AI can empower doctors and can empower patients and can save lives. This is aligned with the objective of this agenda and why we are all here. They told me that there is more than 5,000 people registered in the in-person event and more than 20 people registered in the online event. Those goals and cardiovascular disease, as I said, are very important and are aligned with the objective of no poverty, on, of course, reduce sudden cardiac death and death in young people, and the power of partnership, because many institutions were supporting us, from private to public institutions, employees from Google donating heartbeats, employees from Banco Santander, investors, NGOs donating heartbeats, patients' organizations donating heartbeats, European Commission supporting us on this donation. Thank you very much.